take that, see if that thing pops out. The cover on that.
Cover.
Does it pop out of the floor?
Oh, this good? No, it's not popping out. I'm gonna just hold this like that.
Go. Just stuck in there. There's something wrong with this expansion tank. You know, I got it down to like about 15. It could possibly be that expansion tank is something wrong with it. You set the expansion tank to a certain pressure. Do you know anything about that?
No.
Things like that?
No, we never went over expansion tanks.
Expansion tanks, you set the air pressure to. So if you set it to 18, the expansion tank, when the boiler of the pressure goes over 18, it lets water into the expansion tank, so pressure doesn't build up in the boiler.
Okay.
And water is supposed to go in and out of the expansion tank. So always keep a regular operating pressure. Hopefully those burners will cool down. You always want to make sure you look for leaks. You should never see leaks at connections, leaks on the floor, and all that other stuff, which I don't see. Right? Do you?
No. So we're leaving some of that water from the expansion tank lowered,
Lower the pressure of the
pressure.
boiler. Yeah.
and we wanted to get that pressure lowered so that we can clean it.
No, it has nothing to do with cleaning it. It's just we don't want operating pressure under 30.
Okay.
With that relief valve should only open up ever in emergency. So, but a regular normal operating pressure of a boiler should never be, near 25.
Yeah.
Usually it's always between 12 and 18.
Oh, between 12 and 18,
unless it's unless it's being overfed by the pressure reducing valve right there, which feeds water into the boiler, unless something's wrong with that or somebody just let in too much water from the start.
So when we leave, do you think it's going to go back up to 27 or?
No, it shouldn't.
Okay.
So this is a this is a pilot. This has a pilot. So what we do, we shut the pilot off. I'll show you how to relight everything. This is nice. So make sure the boiler's off, pilot's off. We just move this out of the way. What we want to do is that we want to clean the burners, because if you see all the soot and stuff like that,
Yeah.
we want to make sure we also clean all the burners. All the burners, they come out pretty easily. So take them out.
And they're already cooled off now?
Yeah, or else I wouldn't be touching them.
I don't know. But that was kind of quick for them to cool off. I don't know. It just seemed
Yeah, they
quick.
cool off quick. Middle one we'll do last. And whoever put this in like a jag off. It comes, you know, I always hate messing with these, but I gotta show you how to do it though. So the last one, you can't just pull it out. The last one has the pilot assembly on it. I'm going to show you how to do this, so you got to be careful. And also remember which one the pilot assembly goes on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we gotta remember it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fifth one from the left.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna take off the pilot tube. This aluminum one is where the gas flows through. You gotta be careful with it and not to bend it, because it will break easily. This next one is the thermocouple. This is one that's basically flame rectification. You know what a thermocouple is, right?
Yeah. So that's the pilot assembly. You got the thermocouple. I usually do. Sometimes you might have to replace these thermocouples if they're bad condition. Does this one look really bad, or just sand it off a little? Yeah, just sand it off, clean it. Sometimes they're cracked. If they're cracked, I'll recommend to replace it. Okay. Remember which one? It was the what from the left?
It was the 5th.
Okay. Next thing I do, we gotta vacuum it. First thing I do, I just take a look at the heat exchanger. Just to see how dirty it is. So it's actually very clean, pretty clean. You see all those little things.
Mm-hmm.
So the heat and gas travel through. They travel through, they go through up through these little nipples.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if it's dirty, it's all sooted up. If it's all sooted up, the flue gas and everything cannot flow through the heat exchanger, and then that's when you get carbon monoxide in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the bottom. You see all the bottom of the heat exchangers?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit dirty there, but most of the...
And then how would you clean that? Just a vacuum? With
It's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
You have to, it's...
Because
I
that's
cleaned it
way up
before.
there.
I had to get I got a compressor, and blew it out, and it's a gigantic fucking mess.
Mm. So we're lucky today. It wasn't that dirty.
Yeah, I mean, well, we charge. I mean, if it's super dirty, I recommend, and we charge a customer a lot
I
because
see.
it's
a heck of
I
a
hate
job.
doing it.
Yeah.
Second thing now. Cleaning. See how far this will reach. There's an outlet over there. this shit back in. Pull that gas thing out.
I guess it helps to take a picture before you disassemble it, just to know
Yeah.
how it'll go back together.
Yeah, basically. It'll be for you it'll be easier.
Yeah. Because I think you got it right though. I think one was under, one was over.
Yeah, it was the way they had it was because that thermocouple was short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You gotta make sure you put these things in good.
Now, would a crescent wrench work to tighten that, or does it? Do these really work real well?
Yeah, you could use that. I mean, I use this because it's just small, and this is what I have. You know, whatever is easier for you. Just make sure it's tight. And I usually put it when you put them in. You put the little gas nozzle in first, and then the back,
rest. Oh, yeah,
and then the
rest
back
on it.
just drops into the slot.
I see.
And then you want to make sure that the holes for the gas to flow is upward.
Oh, right. I see. Yeah, so these go up.
Yep. Yeah, you don't want to put them in downward.
That'll mess everything up.
Just double check everything. Make sure all the holes are up. Everything's in the slot. Once we do that, go ahead, light the boiler, put the gas back on. This goes into pilot. Turn it. You ever do the pilot before?
No.
So you gotta turn it to pilot first.
Okay.
Because one says on, the other one says pilot. one part position says off. It's hard to see on your side, but it says it on the gas valve here on this side.
That says on?
Yep, you put
Okay.
it toward on,
Okay.
push the button, you'll hear gas.
Does this thing need to be in there?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It lights, wait about 15-30 seconds, let that thermocouple get hot. So it sends the signal back to the gas valve. So when I release this red thing and I turn this back to the on position, it actually stays lit.
I thought it was on the on position now.
It is on the on position, or it's in the pilot
Position. Then you turn it to the on
and
position.
then I turned it to pilot, and then I pushed the red button, the red button, and release the gas,
Okay.
and then I light it, and then you just keep holding it. Once you let it get warm,
It's got to warm up.
you kind of let it. You got to let the red button go a little bit, because if you try to turn this with the red button, it won't turn.
Okay.
So you got to kind of release the red button
Okay.
and try to turn this at the same time. But as soon as you release the red button,
You got to do it quickly.
not super quick, but just go and you turn that to the on position.
On position.
So now
Okay.
it's staying lit.
It went
on
from
its
the
own.
pilot position to the on position.
Yes.
Okay. And then we use the pilot position to get it started.
Yeah, because if you have it in anything other than the pilot position, this won't press the release of the gas.
Okay. That only presses in the pilot
In
position.
the pilot position.
Okay.
Okay, now that's on, you go ahead. This is okay. This is a rollout switch. So if any flames ever roll back and this
Right.
ever senses
It
a
cuts
high
it off.
temperature, it will cut the circuit. And then there's a screw.
Okay. Yeah, I see that little screw there. There's one on each side.
Yeah, there you go. You just got to kind of,
Okay. Now it looks like it's solid. in
yeah.
there.
Or two, you could also light it. You could put that thing on and try to light it.
Oh, okay. If you
I
have
mean,
room
yeah,
in
if
there,
it fits, yeah,
Yeah.
but I always find it easier to light it
just
with
to
that
cool
off.
down after.
All right, so we got that. Now we got the burners nice and clean. And then when you're gonna be with me, you're gonna be basically my trainee and also my helper. So when I'm done using things, you need to make sure you put them back how they go.
Okay.
Bucket and stuff like that. When we're done using the vacuum,
Right. Put it back the way it
put
was.
it back, take off the nozzle, put the hose back in, and then the vacuum. Now what we do is we want to make sure that you can do a combustion test quickly.
Are you done with this?
Yeah. We'll do a combustion test, testing the way the gas burns with the oxygen, making sure that it's evacuating through the furnace into the chimney stack. So for that, we put the boiler on.
So we got our gas line on.
Yep.
Turn that on.
Looks like that's on. Not a very blue flame. Why is it so dirty? It's up inside. Do me a favor, grab me my CO detector in there.
Is this the detector?
Yeah.
So that's a CO detector. This is, what's this thing called?
Combustion analyzer.
Combustion analyzer by Testo. And you just stick that nozzle as far up as it'll go.
Yeah, just somewhere, just so it's hitting where the flue gas is coming out.
Okay, I see. And then your CO2 is on.
Mm-hmm.
You're not reading anything.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to read anything
Right.
on here. I also do this as well. It's trying to hold it. It's a pain in the ass.
Well, that's okay to drill a hole as long as you just patch it when you leave.
Yes. Make sure you do patch it. Because I'm not going to sit there and hold this.
Which is fine, because then the next time there'll be
Yeah,
a little
you
hole
just-
and someone
yeah,
can
you
just
use it again.
use the same one.
Yeah. He's got radiators, so if there's ever when there's ever air inside the system, you bleed them out at the radiators. There's little relief valves. You use special keys. If radiators don't get warm, let's say you got 50. Let's say you got 10 radiators in your house and one of them's not getting warm. That means you have air in them. And then there's usually a little relief valve. We use a special key. You open up that valve on that radiator. You leave it open until water starts coming out, and then you close it.
Okay. The boiler systems are kind of rare though, aren't they? Probably make up 10% or something of
I
the.
mean, yeah, I don't do a whole lot of them, but I mean, there's still plenty
Every
of
now
people
and
who
then
have
there'll be a
boilers.
house with a boiler.
Yeah, and then most important thing when you're looking on a combustion analyzer, first thing is looking at the CO. On boilers, and boilers and furnaces that are 80%ers. You're gonna have a CO. It'll be a CO of like, less than 50. Always, if there's CO in there, that's fine. That's the CO that's, you know, coming out.
Okay.
If it's super high, if CO is extremely high, it's either, you know, you have your gas valve is not adjusted correctly, or if it's a super high CO, it could be because it's not evacuating correctly. You know, if you have a blocked vent and it's coming and it's just trickling back down, CO's not leaving. That could also be it.
Okay. Well, I imagine I'll probably just be taking pictures and sending
Like
it
a
to
gas, you know, are you familiar with gas furnaces, right?
Yeah.
Like if on a 90%er,
Right.
when it has two heat exchangers.
Yeah.
If it's a failed secondary heat exchanger, you know, meaning that the secondary has failed because it's become very corrosive and it's all the passageways are all blocked.
Right.
I've gotten COs that are 6, 7, 800 because
okay.
it's not, when you have a high CO, having no CO is the perfect combination of gas and oxygen.
Okay.
If there's too much gas, too little gas, it could cause a high CO, low CO.
I see.
So it just, you know, it all varies. But right now, I mean, you know, and also temperature on these boilers and 80% furnaces, you're going to have the flue gas is going to be at least 300 degrees, between 350. On high efficient furnaces, the flue gas is only going to be about 100, 110 maybe.
Okay.
And why is that? Why is the flue gas a lot less in temperature compared to 80%?
Because it's more efficient. So
it's using what?
it's
using extra heat.
Yeah, all the heat that it can without expelling. It expels less heat, right?
So it's using instead of that heat it's leaving from the house via flue pipe, it's being used for heat in the house.
Right.
So that instead of
It's not going up the flue. It's going in
it's,
to the
yeah,
house.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why there's a second.
And if it's not efficient, it's just going up through the flue.
Exactly. Let me see something. Just don't like the way those flames look.
Yeah, because it's not too blue. It's like looks like a barbecue fire.
I mean, it's only about 6.9 oxygen. Excuse me for a second.
So you're adjusting the flame to try and get it blue. Get a little more blue
Yeah,
there.
I'm trying to increase trying to decrease the gas so they increase oxygen. I decreased the gas a little bit and the oxygen went up a little bit, but then also the CO went up a little bit. But I mean, even 23 of CO, as long, especially on a boiler, as long as it's, you know, well below 100, it's fine.
So right now our CO's at 20.
Yeah, that's fine. What's our PSI at?
It's at, looks like a little below 15, so I'd say about 14 or 13.
Okay, so it's not, but it's not up though, right?
No, it didn't go back up. It looks like it's fluctuating. So it went down a little. It's going back down.
Yeah. And two, you always want to kind of, when you adjust it, and plus two, we're in front of it, so we always want to make sure we get some oxygen. Because if you're, when you're doing testing and you're right in front of it, this thing's pulling in oxygen from the
Right.
front,
Right.
So if you're blocking it, it could also affect your numbers and whatnot. The frames look a little bit better. I would say that's good enough. Dusty-ish. Why is this so dusty?
Now, if you were to clean this again next year, would you look at this receipt here just to see what
Yeah,
it
just
was
see. Yeah,
at
I
before?
might. But most of the time, it's always going to be very identical.